if you have an issue with race on this earth, and we're not, this is temporary. This is temporary. This is just we're strangers, we're foreigners in this land. Homesick for a place that we haven't even seen, but this is a temporary spot. If we have an issue with race on this earth, what are we going to do in heaven? We think it's just going to be our race in heaven? Revelations 7:9, it says, after this I beheld, and lo, this is John talking. This is the Apostle John talking. He's been catapulted into the future, and God has given him a glimpse of heaven. God has given him a glimpse of the kingdom. And he says, after this I beheld, and lo, a great multitude which no man could number, of all nations and kindreds and people and tongues. So in heaven, John sees all nations, he sees all kindreds, he sees all people, and he sees all tongues. He doesn't say, and I looked and beheld all black people. He doesn't say, I looked and beheld all white people. He says, all nations, all kindreds, all people, all tongues. And what are they doing? They're standing before the throne and before the Lamb, clothed with white robes and palms in their hand. So if we have an issue with all people, all nations, all tongues on this earth, we see what heaven is going to be like. And we're going to have a rude awakening if we have an issue with it right here. And so what does the believer who has an issue with race, what do they do with a verse like Acts 10, 34 and 35? It says, then Peter opened up his mouth and said, of a truth I perceive that God is no respecter of persons. God's not a respecter of persons. But in every nation, he that feareth him and worketh righteousness is accepted with him. God is not a respecter of you because of your race. Yes, he created you, but he doesn't necessarily care what race or he doesn't show favoritism because you're white. He doesn't show favoritism because you're black. He's not a respecter of persons. What is he a respecter of? He says, but in every nation, he that feareth him and worketh righteousness is accepted with him. He that feareth him and worketh righteousness is accepted with God. Doesn't matter your race. Romans 2:11, it says, Paul says, for there is no respect of persons with God. There's no respect of persons with God. 1 John 3:9 and 10, John says, whosoever is born of God doth not commit sin, for his seed remaineth in him, and he cannot sin, because he is born of God. In this the children of God are manifest, and the children of the devil. Whosoever doeth not righteousness is not of God, neither he that loveth not his brother. Okay, what are you talking about, John? He tells us in the next chapter, in 1 John 4:20-21, John says, if a man say, I love God, which we all do. We all say that. If a man says that I love God and hateth his brother, he is a liar. If a man say, I love God, yet hateth his brother, he's a liar. For he that loveth not his brother whom he hath seen, how can he love God whom he hath not seen? I see you. I see you. I see you. If I can't love you and I see you, if you can't love me and you see me, how can we love God who we haven't seen? How can we love God who we have not seen? Verse 21, it says, and this commandment have we from him, that he who loveth God love his brother also. That is the commandment. That's a commandment. And this commandment have we from him. That's the commandment he has given us. We who love God, we love our brother also. So for the believer, for the child of God, for the racist who claims he's a child of God, is that just the part of the Bible that's ignored? Is that just the part of the Bible that we choose not to pay attention to because it doesn't fit what we want it to fit? 1 John 2:9-11, it says, he that saith he is in the light and hateth his brother. So you say you're in the light, yet you hate your brother. What does John say? He is in darkness even until now. He that loveth his brother abideth in the light, and there is none occasion of stumbling in him. But he that hateth his brother is in darkness, and walketh in darkness, and knoweth not whither he goeth. because that darkness hath blinded his eyes.